So let's get into this. So I want to revisit this tweet. So when Chris Tyson, who now calls himself Ava Tyson and identifies as a female, first announced they were trans, a guy named Sunny V2 made this video, "Why Chris Will Soon Be a Nightmare for Mr. Beast." And Mr. Beast posted this, "Yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare, he's my effing friend. And things are fine. All this transphobia is really starting to piss me off." Well, looks like the tables have turned because Chris is now, in fact, Mr. Beast's nightmare with these new allegations. So this tweet aged beautifully. So there are a number of allegations surrounding Mr. Beast's companion, Chris Tyson, who, by the way, too, need I remind you, destroyed and torpedoed his marriage to cosplay as a woman. So that happened. So that in itself is pretty horrific. The fact that he's pretending to be a woman is pretty horrific. The fact that Mr. Beast kept him on his channel is also problematic. And now here are the new allegations. This is by the Publica Now. Mr. Beast's sidekick accused of grooming after allegedly exchanging inappropriate messages with a minor. And a reminder of this gem, that be look good for a 4-year-old. So yeah, this is a type of content this guy finds funny and amusing. It's not funny. It's not edgy. It's weird. It's weird and creepy as hell. All right, a YouTube star is facing allegations of pedophilia after allegedly exchanging inappropriate communications with a minor, according to several online sources. Chris Tyson, also known as Chris Tyson, or same name. He literally originally, so he went from Chris to Chris with a K to Ava, but he will always be Chris, because that's who he is. He's a man. Is Mr. Beast's longtime sidekick. Since coming out as transgender last year, the 28-year-old YouTuber has faced a number of criticisms, with many initially expressing concerns about his decision to separate from his wife, despite the couple having a son. But Tyson is now under even more scrutiny after it was alleged that he exchanged inappropriate text messages with one or more minors and arranged to meet at least one. Yeah, this is not sounding good. Now, mind you, let's just go back a little bit. Dr. Disrespect, who admitted to texting a minor and said that his content leaned in the direction of being inappropriate, was crucified by the online by people online. Now, I'm not saying it was unjust, but I'm just talking about the reaction to it. So there was visceral reaction to it, and understandably, that same reaction not quite as pronounced with Chris Tyson. So that I find a little troubling, that he's not getting treated with the same harshness that Dr. Disrespect was. And I think part of this has to do with his trans identity. And maybe this is part of why he decided to do it, to try to shield himself from potential criticism and write it off as people being transphobic. So the accusations were first made by Prism42, a YouTuber who uploaded a 43-minute-long video on the inappropriate communications in June. Prism had reportedly contacted the alleged victim under the guise of hiring him for a video editing job and gathered evidence against Tyson during their interactions. But while Prism's video titled "Chris Tyson Talked Inappropriately to a 13-Year-Old" did not gain widespread attention at the time of its release, clips and screenshots from the video began circulating social media yesterday. One such post calling attention to the allegations made by a user by the name of Ma racked up 10,000 likes in the span of just a few hours. Blah, 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 blah. Don't care. All right, let's actually watch some of this content. So this was shared by Drama Alert. I'm just going to play the video and we will discuss.
This ain't true. And this screenshot is Chris Tyson talking one-on-one with him. And at this point, he would have been 16. And here we go. Here is the picture of them meeting up together. I'm gonna censor his face. And as you can see right there, there's Carl right there. There's Chris Tyson right there. Chris Tyson was talking to this guy since he was 13. Chris Tyson was in college. And of course, the moment he was able to drive, he takes a camper van out in the middle of the woods, which, by the way, very secluded area. Let me talk about that. Anytime that someone is taking a camper van somewhere, bringing it out in the desert or the middle of the woods, it's very unnecessary because there's RV parks, there's the Walmart parking lot, there's plenty of areas you can go instead of going to a place that's very unfamiliar to you to camp out there, especially in a secluded area. So the real question is, if he was talking to Chris Tyson, who is interested in both men and women, since he was 13 years old and Chris Tyson was in college, why did he take a camper van out to see him and take it out in the middle of the woods in this secluded area? And then he met up with him like 2 days later, like the picture was posted.
It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. He said, but not $5, pathetic. Watch till my revenue comes in, but not $5, pathetic. I don't fully understand the context here, so I'm not going to comment on that. So just 1 hour after the drama alert post was made about the allegations against Tyson, one of the purported victims took to X to deny anything inappropriate had occurred. So this is the guy. He said, these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava, Chris, never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from the children who are actively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. So that in itself is pretty bad. But as the Publica reports, disturbingly, this is not the first time Tyson has attracted negative attention for his questionable activity related to minors. Last year, internet sleuths uncovered a pattern of disturbing posts on his official X account. And I've commented on these. He said nothing gets my. Yeah, I'm not even. You could read it. So he made a reference to Lolly, which, by the way, is relevant here because, as Redux reports, transgender Mr. B sidekick Chris Tyson appears to have owned art made by disgraced artists known for scandals involving animated child pornography, which is also referred to as Lolly. The art features sexualized young girls with a tattoo on her thigh. And this poster, I believe it's this poster, it might be another one, that he purchased from this guy who makes Lolly. Very weird, because these are depicting children. That seems bizarre to me, animated or not. Very, very weird and pedophilic. He had this posted on his wall when he was roommates with Mr. Beast. So obviously Mr. Beast is aware of it because it's literally on the wall. So that does make me question, like, how much does Mr. Beast actually know with this stuff being posted on the wall? So in July of 2017, Tyson posted a photo boasting of a drawing that he had received that depicted a young girl suggestively licking a handgun. The girl was drawn wearing a tank top and skimpy underwear, also had the symbol, the tattoo on her thigh. The artist behind the piece, known as Moniker Shadman, is well known for his highly pornographic cartoon drawings, many of which depict underage girls. That to me is one of the weirdest parts about this whole thing. In several posts to his X account over the years, Tyson regularly refers to female characters in the anime shows he has a fondness for, even going as far as to show photos of model statues for those characters that he purchased. So, yeah. So while James Donaldson, more popularly known as Mr. Beast, has previously come to Tyson's defense against the criticisms following his transition, he has been silent over the past 24 hours. On Reddit, the moderators of the official Mr. Beast community are reportedly hastily deleting posts and comments mentioning the allegations against Tyson. So this was Drama Alert, who, by the way, is run by, I think, Keemstar. So here's another video. So Chris Tyson is being exposed for talking to and meeting up with a minor when he was 13. This all started when the 13-year-old boy won a giveaway from Mr. Beast, which led to Chris forming a relationship with him and meeting him. So this is a snap that Chris made to this person, and he said, "Come," and that reads CUMM for America. It's a little inappropriate to be sending to a 13-year-old. I don't know. Like that seems like crossing a line to me. I don't make those jokes to 13-year-old children, let alone really anybody. So that seems to me to be how would Dr. Disrespect put it? Leaning in the direction of being inappropriate. And I think leaning far over the line of being inappropriate. So you don't make those type of jokes to minors. You just don't. No, this is not it. So this is another video of a guy visiting the Mr. Beast studio. So this is like a non-disclosure agreement.
Turn off the music. I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Chris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Chris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action. And
let me stop right there for a second. I find myself very frustrated when these people that are exposing, Chris Tyson, who is being exposed for pedophilic actions, are still referring by their preferred pronouns. What the hell are you doing? Stop doing that. It's stupid. All right? One, you should never refer to a transgender person's preferred pronouns anyway, because it's stupid and nonsensical. You're literally participating in a lie and holding up that lie. But why also try to defend the feelings of a pedophile? Just dumb to me. Very frustrating. I've seen a lot of people do it.
She knows too much. And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know,
it's like nails on a chalkboard to me.
Everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon, if you can get your money back, get your money back.
So he's alleging that there's more to come, and that is actually Keemstar says, the Chris Tyson story is not over because he left Mr. Beast. Trust me, the story has just started. Plenty more nukes on the way, which we'll talk about him leaving because he does share a post that him and Mr. Beast cut ties. But so there's that. Then there's another video of him allegedly talking to a 14-year-old. And Jake the Viking, who used to be affiliated with Mr. Beast, is reporting on this. So or sharing this. This is something too that I find very interesting. So this is from Keemstar, who does run Drama Alert, and he said Chris Tyson supported the cartoon CP artist Shadman, which I was talking about before, that drew his daughter at age 8 in a sexual manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Chris Tyson had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, and it still upsets me. This is not misinformation. This is a fact. So this person writes, while there's a lot of transphobic BS, that should be debunked. Chris Tyson was still a massive Shadman fan, even commissioning art from him, which made a cameo in one of Mr. Beast's videos. Oh my God, guys. It's so frustrating. Not as clean as a lot of y'all would like him to be. All right. So Keemstar reported this. That seems. Why would you do business with somebody that made a drawing of this guy's 8-year-old daughter? Why on earth would you associate with somebody like that? And this is something that Keemstar had a conversation with Chris Tyson with offline, and he didn't apologize about it. So I think that's disturbing. So these are all the allegations against him, and I think it's pretty damning. So damning that now a lot of people are reporting this as being recent, but Chris Tyson had deleted all of his tweets. Now this is the non-refresh version. The refresh one, he actually does have a couple updated tweets, but he actually deleted these tweets, I would say probably about a month or two ago. And this, I think, was after the whole incident that happened with Nick Merckx. That's when I noticed that he deleted a lot of his tweets, but people are reporting like he just did this. No, it had happened before, but he did post these tweets. Now this is wild. So this seems to implicate him, in my honest opinion. All right. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best that I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. So it seems like Mr. Beast has cut ties with Chris Tyson over these allegations, which means it's not nothing. All right. These aren't, you don't do that if it's a nothing burger. No, there are some serious allegations here. They hold weight. And obviously, this is bad PR for Mr. Beast and what he's trying to do on YouTube. So they have severed ties. I doubt it was mutual. It seems to me like Chris Tyson was fired because it's just too much. He goes on to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations, Lava GS, has vocally supported that they are false. By the way, it really doesn't matter like if Lava is defending him at this point, because regardless of the situation, whether he's okay with it or not, 13-year-olds cannot kind of like, consent to inappropriate behavior, and, at the time it's still inappropriate and still crossed the line. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone who I have hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and those who feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. Tell me, Chris Tyson, what is edgy about making, inappropriate comments toward minors? How is that edgy? I want you to explain it to me. How is Lolly edgy? I'm very curious. I would like to know. So I don't find anything funny about that. So in the past few years, I've learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at Mr. Beach, which is why I've stepped away. Yeah. Well, this was confirmed. We talked about this before, and Chris Tyson has lost over 10,000 followers due to these allegations. So, a lot of people are jumping ship, thankfully. Should have done that the moment he came out as trans. That was your red flag. That was your indicator. Something's gonna miss. The moment somebody comes out as trans and they are parading that in front of children, they are already guilty of sexualizing children. Inherently, a man dressing like a woman in front of children is sexualizing them. it is distorting their understanding of what sex is and is wildly inappropriate. Cly writes, he should go to jail for some time. Mr. Beast brand will probably suffer from this, as it should, for supporting that trans guy. I missed a bit, bits and pieces of the story, so he was just messaging a minor. Still bad. Yeah, that's what it seems like. And also, he was making inappropriate jokes toward them. So very, very weird to me. Very bizarre. And obviously, it's causing Chris Tyson to hemorrhage followers. I'm very curious to see if Mr. Beast himself has hemorrhaged any followers, and he has not. He has yet to make a statement about this. Not only has he not made a statement about this, but there's been several people who have not made statements. But Nick Merckx actually did say something about this, so I want to play what he said, because he was previously being attacked for being affiliated with Dr. Disrespect, even though he had nothing to do with Dr. Disrespect's actions.
In 2018. In the same year,
This guy Beast came out and said Ava is a great father to his 2-year-old boy, or her, whatever the fuck. That's what he said on Twitter to me. This fucking character, man. I don't care how popular you are. I don't care how much money you got, how much power you think you got, dog. I like, if we were in person, I'd fucking grab him by his neck. Don't speak to me that way. Are you out of your fucking mind? He's got his 2-year-old boy in heels that fit.
That, by the way, also publicly, brazenly sexualizing his 2-year-old by cross-dressing him and confusing him about his sexuality. That is what I would consider sexual abuse. Now, I know the trans community doesn't see that, but that's exactly what it is. It's sexual abuse, and it's disgusting.
There's a concern here. And if there isn't for you, then you are part of the problem. It's not okay. It's not healthy. It's weird now.
Tyson makes a tweet
Fucking
stating
guy,
how
Mr.
one more
Beast.
Patreon donation they get and they're
Crumb of tweets. But apparently, this dude Chris's girl came out and defended him, right? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if that's a firm yes or firm no, but apparently she was tweeting like, I don't know who this Nick Merckx guy is and what he's saying about our fucking relationship and our family. Okay, let me get a little revisit on that. Can we circle back with old Dukes here, huh, mama? Let's get a nice little circle back, right? Like, I don't want to throw shit at your fucking door, right? I'm not really trying to like drag you through the dirt, but if you want to go toe to toe and you want to say things like that, let's circle back and let's revisit those comments about how great your family is, because surely the landscape is a little different now, huh? Fuck, man.
both direct
God,
contact with one
jokes,
another through
gross
Snapchat,
ass
which is
fucking-
extremely weird first of all, and second of
It
all,
ain't
Lava shows a
staying
weird
focused,
snap.
Yeah, very weird. Very, very bizarre. And I agree with Nick Merckx. Yeah, they should circle back to the wife who was defending this pervert, who's sexualizing her son. She should have never defended him. Especially, he torpedoed their marriage. Like, she has every reason to not like this guy, and yet she was making defense of him. There was a Andrew Tate video. I don't want to play that. I want to play Sneeko, a video by Sneeko, and then we'll continue. All right.
Mr. Beast, you need to cut this guy out. When you have the #1 YouTube channel in the world, normalizing some of the most demonic sexual deviancy possible, we have a real problem, and people need to speak about it. They got the minds of your children. All the kids watch this stuff. If you ask any kid in the world, they watch Mr. Beast. And so when they see the best friend Chris become a transgender and normalize it in real time, you are going to see the effects on the whole world. And everybody else in the industry, I'm telling you, I know all of them, they all know that this is demonic. They all know it's disgusting, but they won't say it because they want collabs. Every single one. They all know that this is disgusting and they won't tell you because they don't want to lose opportunities. But Mr. Beast defending this is insane to me. If you care about your friend, if you care about the children, you know deep down you have to disavow this.
Yeah, he's 100% right. He has to come out and condemn this. He has to. Now, I get that this is your friend, but one, it does make me question his integrity, his moral character, when you have a friend like this. All right? I wouldn't be friends with somebody like this. I wouldn't be associating with them. I wouldn't be putting them on my platform to 300 million people. I wouldn't be doing that because it's wrong. It's just flat out wrong. So Sneeko is absolutely correct, and it is demonic. Make no mistake about it. It is absolutely demonic, straight from the pits of hell. And I'm glad that he's saying it. He's also, in another post, I'm not going to bring it up, comments about the Twitch community, and other streamers being unusually silent about it. Now, you did finally get some speaking out against this. You got Pokimane. She said, it's a shame that the people will see this as an opportunity to attack the trans community as a whole. Well, they should be attacked because they're demonic. They are. Like the overlap between transgenderism and pedophilia is it's there. It is. They aren't mutually exclusive. So yeah, it surprised absolutely nobody that Chris was doing this. It surprised absolutely nobody that he was degenerate, because it's all degenerate. It's all demonic. It's all evil. So she had made a post about this. She said, I don't know all the details regarding they're still using the fake name, but I want to make it clear, any inappropriate behavior toward minors is unacceptable regardless of who you are. And then she said, it's a shame that people use this as an opportunity to attack the trans community. One person's actions does not reflect every single trans person, so please don't view it that way. Well, every single trans person is demonic, so it doesn't really matter. if they're not all pedophiles, they're still all demonic. And if they cross-dress publicly, then they are actually, maybe, whether they know it or not, sexualizing children. And I think most of them do know it. Then you have, let's see, XQC. He calls out creators who are silent about Chris Tyson texting a minor inappropriately and meeting up with them. I follow mostly only influential creators here, yet most have been silent about the Chris Tyson situation. Pretty deviant behavior across the board. Weirdo. Can't wait to read some of the cope justifications on why it wasn't addressed. By the way, next time I'm adding the whole squad, stop hiding behind the noise. Yeah, he should. He should out all these people. Because there's no excuse for them ignoring this. There's no excuse for them not talking about this, not prioritizing this as a story, because it's evil, man. And he needs to get exposed, and this needs to come out. And whatever else is developing, I'm sure it's actually more damning. So we'll see as this story develops. I'll keep talking about it. I'm not going to let go of it. I'm going to give the same type of coverage that I gave Dr. Disrespect to this story because I think it's relevant.